just to fill you guys in, my friend, he approached first. It was during a boot camp. I had him go in. He was actually mic'd up, so the mic's on him because we're trying to break down his stuff. And I wanted to show him how tone really affects a set, and it affects like an interaction with a woman. So what we're doing with this is like, I wanted to mic him up, but I ended up going in this with him to kind of show him like how to do it, like kind of give him some examples, because I didn't get a lot of sets with him up to this point because I had 5 different guys. And so I was trying to give each of the guys their time with me. So this was a little bit of his time. Do you want me to break you down too? No? Okay, don't even worry about it. Once we get finished up with this, we'll turn off the camera and we'll do this like separately from that, okay? So I said, you stole my friend. And she goes, I stole your friend, with building rapport. I stole your friend? And then from there, what she said was, then I said, you're an asshole, because I wanted to break rapport hard, because they're really attractive girls. So I broke it hard with the asshole.
I'm an asshole?
See that? She built rapport with her tone. I'm not an asshole.
Okay, are you sure about this though? Like, all right, give me eye contact.
So I was trying to hold eye contact with her, and I'm like, I'm doing it in a seductive way. So when you do eye contact, there's a plethora of different emotions you want to feel, especially on the approach. And if you do these emotions, you will rarely get rejected, especially from a hot girl. The hotter the girl, the more this hits. So it goes like this. It's one, good emotions, excited. It's a little bit horny. It's a little bit, how do I put it?
See, you're biased, so you like her. Come on.
She said she's not an asshole, and then she said, you're biased.
Yo, then.
Yeah, what's good, man? What's up?
So when do you break report and when do you build report?
Well, if you guys can hear, I'm actually breaking rapport with my tone. I'm going down at the very end. Hey, hey, hey. So like the entire time, I'm breaking rapport with my tone. So that's actually adding to this. That's like the energy I'm trying to come across with. But like I break rapport and set rapports, push and pull. A lot of it actually comes naturally at this point. When you start becoming more of an authentic individual that is free of outcome and thinks of himself as a 12 out of 10, that no girl that he talks to is above him, then in that case, for the most part, what's gonna happen is that naturally you're gonna push and pull. But you wanna look at like, what do you do naturally? So do you naturally pull or do you naturally push? If you naturally push, you want to instead start pulling more. And if you naturally pull, you wanna start pushing more, just so you can even yourself out. It's actually like the easiest way to do it. I mean, you could like do some canned lines, like, so this is called a sandwich. It's a technique that I use to get a girl like in a club to keep hanging out with me when early on, if I'm like out of it. Most of the time I won't have to do this. I actually haven't had to use this strategy in a long ass time. But it's like this, it's like, hey, look, if you want to go hang out with your friends, I understand. I mean, I love hanging out with you, but if you have to go, go. It's a push, pull, push. And so it's like indicating, do I like her or do I not? So I go back and forth. And let's say I flip it around. So I can flip it around, I could do like this. Let's say that she didn't need so much push. Let's say it's a girlfriend. And she's really mad at me. She's like, fuck you, I'm leaving, I'm done with this. And then I was gonna switch around like this. I'll be like this. Look, baby, I love the shit out of you. But if you have to go, I understand. But I really love you and I want you to stay. It's a pull. Now, from that case, now it softens it up. And now it's a pull, push, pull. So it's different. It actually hits a little better too. Do you get that?
I had a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I understand the way you say your tone. But what if like you're saying that? So my problem is that I speak too fast. So how do you catch yourself speaking too fast, even though you're trying to break rapport?
For the speaking fast stuff, it's actually not a problem. So for me, I speak pretty quick, but I add the pauses. And I also drag the vowels, which that's something I only started doing this month. I learned it from a comedian from like online, and like Theo Von. So like, do you hear that? Theo Von. It adds like an extra cockiness. Can you guys hear the guys when they ask questions too, by any chance? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay. And for you guys too, like speak up so they can hear you too, so they know the questions, so they can like get value from this. Do you hear that? That screech? That was a really like excited laugh, and that was a good laugh. There's different types of laughs. There's nervous laughter, excited laughter. Like the plethora of different types of laughs are they're vast, and I can't really put them down here at all at once. But the way you figure it out is you ask yourself, what's the first emotion I feel off this? But there is nervous laughter that's a bad laughter. It's almost like a laughter like you're trying to get rid of tension. Never do that laugh yourself. And if you hear that laugh, that means that don't have enough comfort. Start talking authentically, stop joking, and start like trying to get to know her and get her relaxed. The emotions you feel, she'll feel. See, like that laugh was actually going up. It was a building pour. She's supplicating to me. And it's also like her being a little turned on. It's giggling.
Which one's, actually,
Yeah, and there a second ago when I told her to stare at me, it's because I was giving her a cocky stare and I wanted her to hold it with me so she could feel that tension dist on her a little bit and kind of made her feel subconscious. So she's qualifying why she felt that way. So she's trying to change the way that I view her. And her one friend, watch, we went over this earlier yesterday. I'll show you guys what starts going on with these girls. It's actually really funny.
Oh my god.
Who's the bitch that sounds like what we're gonna fucking do?
We both do it.
Really?
We
I was
both
gonna
do it.
guess it's gonna be her, to be honest.
No, we both do it.
Really?
Yeah.
They're both qualifying now.
Alright, if I was gonna guess, and this is like I'm bad at this guessing shit, I would guess that you are the nice one, she's the bad one. But that's like it's more on looks though. It has nothing to do with like, is it right or wrong? Ew, you're the fucking bad girl?
So they're right there. Ew. I did a push. So she tried to qualify saying bad. I did a subtle like push right there. But now I'm gonna pull it back because you don't want to punish qualification. You want to reward it. So I did a subtle push just to get her in her head, and then I come back and I start qualifying her and I start getting her to chase me.
We are both.
Both bad girls.
Yes.
Okay.
We both encourage. Alright, bitch, let's go.
Dude, I'll say this. Alright, I'm trying to work on it. But alright, have you ever dated like a nice guy and you're just like, fuck this, I'm going for a bad boy, and then you go like, oh, bad boys are all assholes, and you go for
Every
the nice
day
guy?
of my life.
Dude, I'm doing the same thing. So I dated like this nice girl for a while, and now I'm going back to bad girls because it's so fun. But
I'm indicating to her that I'm a bad boy.
they're like,
It
they're
is
bad to me.
fun, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fun.
It's
It's like
like
they have personalities. I like personalities. The problem with personality though is it's crazy. They punch holes in walls. They're like, every girl that ever looks at you is definitely hitting on you. And then I'm like, no, look, baby, I'm with you and whatnot. Don't like murder the poor girl. Like that girl literally has no idea this is going down, and she's definitely not checking me out. I don't know, actually, I'm really bad.
Is this what's happening to you?
See, now she's superimposing it over the top of this.
No, I'm saying.
It sounds so fucking
Why, you like the jealous type?
spot on.
Is it? Oh, I've had it happen.
See, so what, you the jealous type, so I'm indicating now that like there's some intention there. And also too, I'll say this, so this is what's called direct indirect. And by the way, if I start going out audio-wise for the next gen seduction group, just let me know, okay? Right there, what I'm trying to do is that I am like starting to like seed the fact that like we're like an item, but like in a very subtle way. Like it's not me directly saying it, but it's subtle.
Quite a bit. Right? So my ex, the bad girl.
I'm assuming attraction is what I'm doing.
One was actually a stripper, and so she.
And I say this to build an adventurous frame. So a girl's gonna put you in one of two frames, an adventurous versus conservative frame. So adventurous versus conservative. Adventurous is like basically how you treat your best friend, your like really close friends, your people that you love, that you feel open and comfortable with. And then conservative is like how you treat your boss. Now, if you come across as judgmental, what's gonna happen is she's gonna put you on a 3-date route. She's gonna say, no, this is a boyfriend type. She's gonna say, I have to be perfect and prim and prosperous. If you like play a James Bond character, what's gonna end up happening, like James Bond is like, means that you're stiff and you're trying to be perfect. If you're trying to be stiff and perfect, what's gonna happen is she's gonna try to be perfect, which means 3 dates, which means she needs to be wined and dined instead of her actually just being authentic with you, because you're not being authentic with her. So you have to always play the adventurous frame. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to play up the adventurous frame. I date strippers. It's like, honestly, a little bit, it's a touch try hard, and honestly, I need to switch this up and try to find something else to do other than this line. But it's just something that over the course of me, like, building back momentum over the past 7 months, that I keep falling back on. So until I come back to this and I take some time to figure it out, this is what I'm doing.
It was a little bit over the fucking top. Yeah, it's a fun job. From what
Yo.
I understand.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Noel?
So, I notice I keep falling into the James Bond, kind of style. So, what do you do when you get too serious? Like, just...
Oh, when you get too serious?
Yeah, I'm always James Bond, always.
Oh, okay. All right, here, check this out. So I actually just had this question with one of the guys over here. We were talking about this yesterday. So you need to start learning to self-amuse and have fun in general. So outside a game, inside a game, you're gonna learn how to self-amuse. And now when you're self-amusing in and out of game, this is how you're gonna be pulling this shit off. What you need to do is that you need to, 1, lower the bar for what makes you laugh. 2, find out what makes you laugh. So what I'll do is I'll watch comedians and I'll look at what makes me laugh. Sometimes I'll go out and about and I'll brainstorm ways to make myself laugh, and eventually you figure out some attraction switches for yourself, and you can start making yourself laugh on command. It's also like, it's method acting. You can teach yourself how to feel emotions, but it just takes a little effort. So me approaching those emotions I was just telling you guys about, those emotions that make you good at game, those emotions you can pull up on command, and I taught myself to do that. it's method acting. Whenever I feel those emotions, it pops off. When I start like, so right here with the guys, like before we even started this video, I was joking around with them to get myself into a good headspace because I'm tired as all hell. But yeah, like you teach yourself how to feel it. Start pulling it up and make not just game, make it like a part of your personality. You're always messing around, you're always joking, you're always playful. This isn't like for game, this is who you are. Like you do the same stuff in game as you do out of game.
Can I add to that?
Yeah, go for it.
So today, I was
Wait, I'm gonna do a Tyler thing. Louder.
Oh,
Yes.
my
Not joking. I'm joking. I'm just teasing. Me and Avery were joking about this because like Tyler's like on and off like a super nice guy in a douchebag. So.
So to add to that, so I just played a basketball game earlier today, like an hour ago. And the thing is that usually when I get into basketball games, I usually try to just to kind of be cool and with these people because I could tell they were all super close and they were just joking. They were just always in the zone, like making themselves laugh. Like they were just.
So like what he was just talking about was like the judgmental. So that's a really good point. Like a lot of guys that like are really extroverted frat boy types that are good with girls are always messing with their friends and joking around. And here's actually a funny thing too. When it comes down to this, you guys can like, a lot of it comes from like self-judgment, which self-judgment comes from judging others. So if you're judging yourself and you can't do something socially, it's because you would judge somebody for that action. So like when you start finding yourself judging other people, nip it in the butt and reframe it immediately. Because when you start judging yourself or you start judging others, you'll judge yourself in those moments and you can't be expressive and free. If I'm laughing loudly in public or somebody laughs in public and you judge that person, now you can't do that. You're literally like for trying to put like the constraints on others, you start putting the constraints on yourself. So that's where it kind of fucks you up. All right. So she keeps bringing up the alcohol. It's because she's in her head while she's with us. She's like worried about like her judgments and how she's being perceived. So she doesn't have a very strong internal locus of control. So she keeps bringing up the alcohol with building rapport. She's like, can we get alcohol? So like that's what she's doing right now. It's honestly, regardless of us, it's just that she's talking to strangers and she doesn't feel like she can be like fun and free. So she wants alcohol to like help that out and lubricate it a bit.
I don't think there's too many bars over
Which I'm gonna make that a ringtone for you. I'm not even playing. I was joking about that yesterday, but I'm legit thinking about it.
Sarah. Is it your birthday as well? Dude, well, what you need to do is not talk to the young cute guys. You need to talk to like an old wrinkly one with like a bank account. Exactly. Get them buy like a fucking like Hennessy or something like that, or like a good bottle. Don't look at the fucking young cute ones. Sorry, we're fun and shit. Don't go like for like a wrinkly one.
So right here, I'm basically framing ourselves as the cute guys, and I'm now also disqualifying ourselves. I'm like, no, you shouldn't be talking to cute young guys like us. You need to go for the like older guys with the wallets. Now watch what I do next. Oh, by the way, I'm also I'm throwing multiple frames. I'm stacking frames. Now here's the thing about stacking frames. I learned this from Todd, and I practiced this for a long time. So if you throw a frame that you want to be a part of the thing, so like let's say you want the girl to like, you know, it's really funny that you like me so much, and then you like what you would do from there is like you can be like, what was it that you decided like, you know, fuck my friends, I'm gonna hang out with this cute young guy. You know, is it like fuck those guys? Or are you just like mad at your friends? And now I'm like, what I'm doing is I'm stacking the frames. So now it gets buried because if the frame doesn't get called out, it becomes subtly and subconsciously a part of the frame. So me saying that she's into me, or me saying that we're the cute guys, and then switching frame to another frame about the old guys, now it gets buried. Now it becomes a part of the frame and the truth. It's actually why like attraction honestly is not really that big a deal. You can even do this shit, and because you can bury it, it'll become part of the frame. The girls will backwards rationalize your frames and why they're reality. It's a massive human hack. And it's actually kind of a little bit shitty that this is a thing in the humans. It's like, it's why you can't trust yourself to like see the world as it is, because your brain has way too many different like hacks and different ways of like kind of getting moved and pushed around. So right now there's this guy passing by us and I'm pointing at him and I'm like, this guy, and he's passing by. I'm basically putting him up as an option for her, like saying you should go talk to this guy. And he has a ponytail. And so I'm kind of teasing him about having like the pretty boy frame and like how, you know, how his hair's luscious. And then I do a push afterward.
In that hair. Think about it. Dude, try soft as fuck. Try softer in your hair.
See, so I said it's probably softer in your hair. And she actually, so right here, do you hear like go, ah, like she's about to say something, but then it actually emotionally hurt her. She's a young girl, so it doesn't take that much to kind of push, like, these two girls, even though they're very attractive, They were really insecure, which is like, so me and Avery ended up running him till later in the night. And like, I was telling the guys here, like Avery, the entire time he was winging me, he was like wanting to cut his wrists. And he was just like, dude, like I could see it in his eyes. And we're talking about this. And he wanted to like, I could tell he wanted to leave. So I kept talking to him like, dude, we can leave at any moment. He goes, nah, killer instinct. Are you a paper tiger or are you a tiger? And I was like, all right, fine, we're sticking it in. And then we ended up like ditching them anyways. They were just terrible girls. They were a little bit like, they were super shitty. Like one would leave the other and they start talking trash on each other. They were attractive. They're just like kind of crappy people in general.
Wow, okay.
Or the guy in the suit. Look at that. He has a suit. You're talking like a guy with a snapback. There's no fucking way, man. I'm fun, but like that guy's got money.
See that? You're talking to a guy in a snapback. I mean, I'm fun, but that guy's got some money.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of smoke either, but yeah. All right. Anyways, you guys all right. You guys smoke weed too?
So yo, then,
Why not?
Yeah, what's good?
What's it called? So do you ever do a DHV or
My DHVs are honestly really subtle, and I'd have to think about that. I do DHV, like right there was kind of a DHV, but it's really buried. I don't do like upfront DHVs. I don't think DHVs like, so what I'll do is like, let's say I go into a set really confidently like this, and I'll start fucking with the girls and be like, yeah, I'm so shy. I'm broke. Girls hate me. Girls don't like me. You know, I'm repulsive, like Quasimodo. And like, I'll say this shit, but the very first one is I'm shy. The girl's like, he's not shy. And then like, I keep stacking it. So if I'm not shy, all these other things must be true. That's like a roundabout way of like DHVing. It's like, it's a little bit, it's like a way of burying it. And the girl's like, wait, well, that's not true. So he's fucking with me. Oh, girls don't like him. So girls must like him. And now it's like a roundabout way of getting like that kind of shit going.
So I heard someone talk about it. They say, oh yeah, I have some girlfriends, and they always mention their girlfriends to like kind of do a DHV. So,
What do you mean? Other
what do you
guys?
think about that?
Other like dating coaches?
Like, yeah, a guy's dating coach saying, oh,
You talking about
to a
Julian?
girl, oh, I know a girl, blah blah blah.
Do you mean like Julian? Or like, oh, you mean like straight up like they just like they're dating girls and whatnot?
No, I think Max said it. He was like, oh, I know a girl, and he always talks about how he knows girls to display high value.
I think in this set I actually bring up my female friends. I do. Like bring up the fact my female friends. I'll talk about giving advice to my female friends, or I'll maybe tell a story about my female friends. Like Todd is pretty good at DHVing in stories, and you can DHV in stories, and then you can like demonstrate value through stories. You just can't come across like you're qualifying. The second you come across qualifying, or you're supplicating, or you're trying to build a frame, that's when it starts becoming the opposite of that. So DHV becomes like actually detrimental the second that it's obvious, because it's like the guy that like brings out his Lamborghini and starts bringing up like 5 times he has a Lamborghini. Like it's like he's like, I got a Lamborghini. Do you like me now? And the girl's like, ew. And then she'll go fuck me one of my broke ass friends. Like that's like, it's like if the DHV is really obvious, that's when it's fucked. But if you can hide it and it's like not very obvious, then it's okay. So it's kind of like a touch and feel kind of thing. And some girls are stupider than others, and some girls are really smart. And some girls you have to bury it with. Some girls like, it's like this is pure theory, by the way. This is all pure like game stuff. It's not like I'm not telling anybody to in any which way subjugate or manipulate girls. It's just how it is. All right, like just before like anybody on YouTube decides they're gonna like put this on CNN or something, or like decide like, you know, I'm on the local news, and yeah, don't do that. But yeah, like that's the underlying theory. Like as long as it isn't very obvious, it'll make the girl attracted. It will. It helps, especially if you bury it with the frames, like the one tactic I just told you. But that's like a really advanced tactic. Honestly, like focus on the fundamentals, like first and foremost. I've just been doing this for like 10 years, so I stack stuff. Like a lot of this is just I'm not thinking about it too much. It's like really subtle. It's like stacking of the bricks. They're all habits by this point. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing is like just like second nature. It's like breathing, not full on. It's not that second nature, but it is very like, it's like, it does come a lot more naturally for me than would another person. Like I just know the underlying mindsets and frames for the set to work. Like I know that I need to start getting her. I need to screen her. So when I screen, hey, how old are you? And I break down. And the girl's like, I'm 19. Wait, what do you do for a living? And I'm asking it in this way, and like in my head, I'm asking because I'm trying to screen her, and I switch subjects really fast because I don't want her to ask me for my age. This isn't a getting to know me question. This is like I'm trying to figure out if I like you. I know you already like me, but do I like you? Do you see that? Like it's a prize versus I'm prize framing it. It's like I'm building the chase frame. So chase framing is actually a really cool tactic. If you guys want to do this shit, this is actually something I haven't told you guys about. Chase framing is like where I frame it that the girls should be chasing me. So I'll say things like, be a gentleman, buy me a drink. And the girl's like, what, you're supposed to do that for me? Sexist. And now it's like not self-amusement too on top of it. So it's like you can do stuff like that, or you can be like why do you fight for me? You can also do yes ladders like Julian would do. So you get her to do one little thing for you, then you do a little bit more, then you do a little bit more, then you do a little bit more. But you also got to watch out for no ladders. No ladders like when you try to get her to do something and she says no to it. So you have to like baby step it up. But if you try and get her to do too much at once, what's going to happen is she's going to be like, no ladder, no ladder, no ladder, no ladder, and she's going to get used to saying no. So if you get one no, you got to wait like a time apart, maybe like 15 to 30 minutes, because she's going to want to say no more likely. After that, you got to wait for time for the no frame to go away, and then you come back to it and start like doing yes frame. But you have to ask, you have to do it on like a thing that she's going to want to, that like is not the same as the other. Because if you ask like, let's say like you asked, hey, do you want to move to the other room? Go like, I want to go to the patio where I can hear you better. She goes, oh no, I want to be by my friends. Don't ask that question again in 30 minutes. Ask a different question. Like be like, hey here, can you hold my stuff really fast or watch my stuff? I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick. Like little shit like that. You gotta like, it's a yes ladder.
Are drunk though? Like I'm not drunk enough.
Okay,
She's
it's not
drunk
drunk
enough. She
enough.
wants
What is
more.
it?
You know. This is our first time.
Yeah.
It's not our first time, is it?
Levi?
Yeah.
We've been doing this. It's our first legal time, but
I see.
I came here with my boyfriend, but he don't spend time with me.
So right there, I brought this up with the guys so the guys know what's going on here. So she says, I'm here with my boyfriend, but he doesn't spend time with me. So what she's saying is, I have a boyfriend, but it's fine, I'll fuck you anyways. She's basically like roundabout saying like, you know, yeah, I have a boyfriend, but it doesn't matter, I'll fuck you. It's okay. So she's kind of being a bit of a shithead, but she's a young girl. And here's another thing I told the guys yesterday, which you guys heard this way too many fucking times. But I'll tell you guys this for the next gen seduction group. Girls that are really attractive and young, who've never been through anything in their life, they're on the magic school bus. So essentially they're getting told their entire life how awesome and cool and smart they are and charismatic. So they're in this belief that they actually are this, even though they never suffered or gone through anything that actually was even near traumatic. Like all right, so let's say like this girl's like, all right, so what was the example I gave you guys yesterday? It was, let's say like she's like, I think the presidents are like lizard people or something like that. I think they're all lizard people, aliens and whatnot. And like every guy that ever says this kind of stuff, what he's doing is like the guy, like a loser will hear this and be like, oh yeah, girl, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And the girl's like, I know, I'm so smart. And then it's like, you know, for us guys, we have to actually hustle and work our butts off to get attraction. So then we have to actually develop like that actual charisma. So this girl is riding the magic school bus. So she is just illiterate and it's fine. Like the best girls, honestly, I've ever dated were like went through an ugly duck phase and then they became attractive and now they developed a personality. Like a lot of girls, they don't develop a personality and they don't find out they didn't have a personality until they reach like 35 or like, you know, early 30s or maybe 40s or maybe even late 20s if they treat themselves like crap. If they're like doing like, they're snorting coke off their drug dealer's dick, then in that case, like, you know, they're not gonna be that attractive girl for very much longer. So that's just the truth of the matter.
Maybe our first days actually. We came yesterday. First time. Yeah, we did.
Same thing. Different day.
Yeah.
I live in California.
Sacramento?
Stockton.
So close. I'm from Sacramento. She lives in the same area. Are you from Stockton?
I'm building commonalities to build comfort a little bit. So now because I'm a part of their area, now I'm part of their tribe. So now it actually helps out a little bit in attraction because like anybody who's a part of your tribe is safe. So now we can pull a lot easier.
I live there. I'm from San Francisco.
I'm from Sacramento. You guys are in the same area as me.
I go to Stockholm.
You know what's funny? I can always tell girls they're like valley girls. Like I'm from there, so it's probably a lot easier. You guys always have the same fucking energy. Like I mean, like the way you talk, it's like it's not LA girls. Annoy the fuck out of me. All right, watch this. I got this now. Oh my God, Levi, stop doing that. Levi, quit being an asshole. Levi, no, you're embarrassing me. Levi, no, stop. Levi, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Dude, that voice is like.
So I'm framing it that I date really hot girls in a roundabout way. This is a DHV like you're talking about, but it's a buried DHV, so it's not obvious. I'm basically saying that I date hot girls from LA, but I don't like them. So even though they're hot, they have to have a good personality, and because they had a bad personality, I wouldn't date them. Do you see that? Now she's gonna be like, oh, I have to actually step up to the plate. Now she's gonna worry if I like her or not. Not to mention too, I'm also framing it that I am a wild stallion, somebody that she can't just easily control or manipulate like other guys. So I'm the prize again. I'm willing to do whatever I want, regardless of the fact if anybody's gonna like it. That means that I'm a leader of men. So it's like this is basically a whole story that I tell. Steal this relentlessly if you guys want. Like this is all for you. You guys can steal this can line. I say this all the time, like almost every other set I'd say.
Literally, like, shriveled.
Oh yeah, I know.
Dude, it is the most obnoxiously annoying fucking voice you could possibly have.
I'm right
It's
there
like,
with you.
have you ever dated a guy like that? Oh my god, can you imagine? If you had that accent.
I can't do it.
Alright, well, here, I don't have fucking Instagram. You guys are actually cool.
You guys are actually cool, so they won me over. Instead of like them having won me over early because they're attractive, which is most guys. What do most guys do? Because you're attractive, obviously I want to fuck you. So then when they approach a girl, they're like, if I'm attractive, she'll want to fuck me, which is why they do catcalling, which is not how girls get attracted. They get attracted to status and personality. A congruently cool guy makes a girl attracted, regardless. So these guys are catcalling, or a guy will approach and he'll just stand there instead of following her because he's like, oh, if I approach and she finds me attractive, she'll stop. No, you have to follow her for a bit, walk with her, build attraction, show her that you're a cool, comfortable guy, that you're an awesome dude, and then from there, what's going to happen is attraction is going to go up. For a guy who's congruently cool, attraction time equals attraction. So like if you're not like that guy, you want to speed up the set until you learn to be that guy. So for a lot of you guys who are in beginner intermediates, you guys want to speed the sets along, get quick numbers, fast numbers, speed it along. At times when you guys want to improve your game and you guys want to push your shit, go for longer sets. But for those guys who start reaching more master advanced levels, time equals attraction. Anybody have any questions? Like, no? Okay. Any of the next gen seduction group, you guys have any questions? Fire. All right, let's keep going. If you guys do just, oh, yeah, there you go. What you got?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so,
that's guy.
so you talked about the line we could steal, but I didn't actually get it.
Oh, it's, how do I say this? It's like, all right, so I used to date like a lot of LA girls, and I cannot, I say all my canned lines differently every time, so they come across as, how do I put it? Authentic every time I say it. Like I can't so a lot of guys will have the problem with saying these lines authentically, so I just have the underlying ideas behind it. So I'll tell it to you like this. I always have to get myself in the right headspace. It's like this. It's like, so when I used to date a lot of LA girls, and I gotta say this, the accents I can't do. They're disgusting. All right, here, give me 1 second. Here, I'll show you. Oh my God, Denton, stop being an asshole. Denton, no. Denton, stop. Denton, don't do that. Denton, I swear to God. So do you see how I'm doing this? I'm framing it like that she's like, that I'm doing something that's kind of like bad boy. And she's like, you're embarrassing me. Stop embarrassing me. So you see that? And now it's like, it's like the underlining frame behind it.
My friends really on this, like, harassing the general public. If you guys want to join us at some point, like, just be stupid, I'm down with it.
I'm so down.
You need to get more drunk for.
I'm so down. So you hear that? It's building rapport. She's trying to build rapport with me. So she wants me to like her. So she's not outcome dependent, which is good. That means that we went over the set. By this point, honestly, we probably could have pulled. But I know that my guy and me were just kind of like, man, I know you didn't like them. I didn't like them either. But it was kind of fun, though. It was still fun, though, you know? It was still fun to, like, you know. It's like so this is the fun thing about game. Game isn't for the girls. It's for, like, the aspect of the game. It's for, like, the puzzle pieces. It's for, like, the cool little... It's like those... It's a game. It's fun. You're not doing this for the girls. We don't care about the girls. You shouldn't, like... I mean, like, it should be ultimately for you. You should assume the girls are going to come regardless of what you do. As long as you keep gaming, outcome independence, because the game is going to get you the girls no matter what. So be outcome dependent and do it for the love of the game instead of doing it for the women.
Well,
Yeah.
check this out. All
Let's
right.
go get alcohol. Let's just...
So we talked about this before. She's saying this because she's in her head. So she keeps getting in her head, and I keep shoving her in her head. So now she's like, let's get alcohol. So like and it's also her building rapport. She's asking if she can get alcohol. And I just change subjects. Do I change subjects, actually? No, we'll find out.
Tell me this. Tell me this.
Yeah, I do change subjects.
How do you think we're sober?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, what I'm doing right here is like, this is actually kind of me being a little narcissist. A little bit of touch, like, which I probably should stop asking this. because it doesn't really change the girl's attraction for me. It's like I'm showing the girl, I'm like, oh, I'm this confident without alcohol, which I don't know if that even adds to the, okay, go for it. I don't know if that adds any attraction to the set, on all honesty. If it does, I think it's maybe what, like every other girl maybe, that will catch it or even care. Like, to be honest, like these girls would probably, like, if I was on cocaine, maybe they would like be even more into me. Or if I was on a drug, they'd be like, oh my God, he has drugs? I don't know, like it's honestly like, yeah, it depends on the type of girl, you know?
Shit, that's actually pretty good.
Compared to me, yep.
Oh yeah, compared.
Compared to you.
Yeah.
No, I'm still.
Maybe that was me.
You know, literally, your attractiveness just went down a little bit, but it's okay.
So right there, I said literally your attractiveness went down a little bit. So I'm doing it, this is all playful. Every time I do a push, you always do a push playfully because it's breaking rapport versus severing rapport. So like Julian sometimes would sever rapport and push it, like, so breaking rapport and severing rapport are pretty close. It just depends on the person because so what I did earlier was I loosened their belt by calling them an asshole early on. And then I called her friend a bitch, like jokingly. But I did it all to like loosen their belt so I can get away with more later down the line. You're loosening the belt. If you start off and I start being nice and then I start saying this down the road, I didn't loosen their belt for what I'm allowed to get away with. So I had to loosen their belt early on. This is how Julian used to get away with stuff in the back in the day. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm loosening the belt first and foremost, and then from there, now I can like start like doing some extra shit.
I like you as a person, so it doesn't mean it's completely irrelevant. You're actually kind of cool.
See, and I reasserted it. You're actually kind of cool.
Here's the funny thing with the mask too. Like when he like left me, I was like, oh, wait, you went to go talk.
Oh yeah, to keep it from severing rapport, everything you do that I'm doing is playful. It's not to hurt the girl, it's to add to the fun. I'm not doing this to hurt the girl's feelings. It's all to add to the fun. It's the underlying tone of the conversation. I'm not severing rapport, I'm breaking rapport. I'm still like, when you're talking to a girl, you're building a vibe with, not against. You're not trying to dominate her, you're trying to build a vibe. And the vibe is like it's a team sport. So it's her and me. It's like that's what a game is. It's not like you beat the girl down to submission. It's not. It's that you build a vibe and a connection with her through the connotation of the interaction, the emotions that are like conglomerating. So some of you guys are like disattached from your emotions and you guys don't know how to feel certain things. You guys don't know what you're feeling at any given moment or know how to make yourself feel good emotions. That's gonna fuck you up a little bit because if you feel negative, if you feel bad, if you feel depressed, it can hurt your game. But I'll say this too, if you assume like, if you think that when you actually are feeling those emotions, it will, what it'll ultimately do is that it will make your game even worse. So if I get into a depressed headspace, which I'm fixing and I'm working on, because the more I get into that, the worse my game gets. But if I get into the depressed headspace, I tell myself broken man game and I reframe it that's actually good for me. It's gonna make my game better. So then I'll approach a girl, I'm like, depressed, yeah, beat the, like, so now I'm reframing it. Every time you have an insecurity or something that you think is gonna hurt your game, you have to reframe it the other way around because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy either way.
Talk to them, and like, you know, you never know this is the mask shit because it comes like 2/3 of the face.
Yeah.
You know, like, can you imagine walking to the guy and his mouth fucked?
I
He's like
know.
rotting.
I
Are you
know.
into that shit? Are you into like that kind of thing? You into like the rotting motherfuckers?
No.
You like it when their faces are falling apart?
No.
Does she? Does she like when like kind of like scarred and shit? Like,
Wait, I was.
I turned to her friend to pull her friend into this so her friend wasn't outside of this. But remember, befriend the friends. So I keep pulling her friend into this because if her friend's on the outside, her friend's gonna start cock blocking me. If her friend doesn't like me and it isn't my friend, she's more likely to do that. There's 4 reasons why a girl will cock block. Because a lot of creepy guys approached her previously, because she wants to have girl time with her, because she's jealous, because her friend has a boyfriend. Now, this is the way you handle that. You befriend her. Handles all 4 reasons a girl's gonna cock block you. So if you befriend the friends, make her your friend, assume that she's already your friend before you even start talking to her. It becomes a frame battle. You overpower her by believing the stronger than she doesn't, and then you guys are friends. And now you're part of the group too. So now you're part of her tribe. Her friends approve of you, so if she has sex with you, it actually would add to her value. Instead of like her sleeping with some random guy, instead she's sleeping with somebody in her social circle. See how layered that is? It's pretty fucking layered. It comes with time though. You gotta do one thing at a time.
here, I'll walk you guys towards the alcohol.
Let's get more drunk. Let's get more drunk.
I can tell you were getting annoyed by that too. I can hear you getting annoyed by that.
Here, have you this right?
You're not on our level.
You were wanting to get out of this early. I didn't even hear you do that early on.
I act the same way sober. I'm just.
What are you drinking?
See, now she's qualifying. She heard you do that actually. So now, and he said, you're drinking. I didn't hear you do this.
I said, what are you drinking?
Oh, what are you drinking? Oh, okay.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's probably water.
It's not water.
Oh.
Highway.
Looks nice.
I got it. You were like, oh, relax. I got it.
You remember that shit?
Yes.
You're such a sap. You're supposed to forget it. Now just get mad at you. Forget it.
The only reason I remember she was like, that's pants. And I was like, I know.
So I've been fucking with everybody today because I've been really bored. So I told my friend introduced me some of these like a friend of a friend, and I decided to start fucking with them. They're like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, Tyrone. They just bitches. So like literally.
So here's a big thing with girls. All right, I might end it on this note with the infield because it is really long and I don't want to make my guys here fall asleep and you guys fall asleep. So I'll end it with this. What I'm doing right here is that she thinks that you're rejecting her because you're a player or something like that. Girls don't know how hard it is to get sex. They don't know how hard it is to make a connection with a girl. They don't know how hard it is to like actually push through stuff. So what a girl does is they think, oh, I can have sex really easily, so guys can have sex really easily. I'm not a slut, but my friends are sluts. I actually am picky, but every girl's picky. They think that they're special and they're this special snowflake because they're narcissists. Everybody is to some extent. But unless you know that you're just like everybody else, you can't become something different because you can't like start noticing how when somebody else fucks up, how that means you're probably fucking up in a similar way somewhere down the line, somewhere inside of you. So with this, you gotta let the girl know that she is special and you chose her. You're picky. Some girls earlier didn't catch on to the fact that I made up my name as Tyrone, the second. Like that's like pretty obvious. I mean, every girl honestly catches it, but I need to let her know that she's special because she's gonna think that I'm a player and I'm gonna use her and I'm gonna hurt her feelings, which I'm a very empathetic person. It's not my thing, but I'm honest with everybody I talk to. That's another thing. When you talk to girls, you have to be honest, which is actually really funny. A lot of guys who are outside a game, what they'll do is they'll play up this vibe. They're like, I'm gonna be your boyfriend. And the girl puts them on a 3-date route and then they get sex and they're like, yes, and they don't talk to her again. But if they were just honest and authentic about it, you know what would happen? The girl would be more likely to just like sleep with them. Like it's ridiculous. I mean, you don't have to say it, but like put it in the vibe at least. Like the girl has to know what your intentions are. If you don't want to be your girlfriend, the girl's gonna be okay with it. You just have to set it up early. If you want to open a relationship, you just have to set it up early. Don't tell her you want to be monogamous and then cheat on her behind her back because you're insecure about her sleeping with other guys. So it comes from that headspace. Like society kind of has this a little messed up. And yeah, okay. Anybody got any questions? Next gen seduction group first, I guess.
So the only question I have left is, can I read the extroverted personality traits somewhere, or like?
Can you what? Can you hear them?
Did you post them somewhere in the group?
Here, I'll tell you right now. I'll verbally outline them for everybody else so everybody else can hear this. So extroverted actions are things that you can do outside a game to keep yourself outgoing, to keep yourself in the zone. Momentum is the alignment of words and actions, which means that you have to take the actions to feed the ego that says that you're an extroverted person that's a sexual threat. So what this means is that you have to act like that guy. So here's how you act like that guy.
Oh shit.
Huh?
Wait, I just... Okay, that first sentence, that was too quick for me. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, for sure. So
momentum is the...
It's the alignment of words and actions. That means that you are going to be this person. So you want to take the actions of the guy you want to be. So you want to be an extroverted guy that's good with girls. So you act like him. My friend here is going to add on to this.
So right now I'm currently not active in game. I haven't done any game right now. So I'm not as extroverted and just as charismatic as I used to be back when I was just going hardcore and I was just going at it every single day. And what I would do is that I would listen to a lot of rap music, a lot of stuff that pumped my state. I would watch a lot of I would idolize a lot of people, like Denton, a couple other pickup artists, people that were really charismatic, and I would hang around only people who were just super loose. They would just start dancing randomly, or they're just super I would surround myself around guys who were also very charismatic, that they naturally already had girls around them. They were naturals or pickup guys. And I remember I got so I believed in it so much that I was delusional.
Yeah.
I remember I saw a girl working, and then I went up to her and I was just I was like, hey, I wanted to come speak to you. And then both of her friends looked at me and her, and they're waiting for me to look at them, and they're they were just waiting for her to see what she would do. Just why did you come up to her? And I was like, because she's cute, obviously. And then her face just got completely just red.
Yeah.
And then because I had I noticed it and I got kind of like nervous because I knew she was hooked. They saw that I got nervous, and then I lost it. I completely lost it.
Yeah, and extroverted actions. All right, here they are as followed: winking, eye contact with good emotions, approaching, talking to strangers, having conversations with people throughout your day. So the cashier, maybe somebody at Starbucks, maybe you're passing by somebody, say excuse me, maybe give them eye contact, nod in a certain direction, maybe you like look at somebody as a friend, maybe you use gestures, using gestures is that, maybe you speak up, maybe you break rapport through tone, maybe it's all the things of the person that you want to be. So when you take these actions, what happens is it's going to build momentum. Having friends that are like this also builds momentum, because then you start becoming that which you are around, which is why you have to surround yourself with people that you want to be. We're built to be these sponge-like creatures that like absorb the world around us. And when you surround yourself with losers, you become a loser. If you surround yourself with winners and killers, you become a winner and a killer. If you want to be good with girls, you surround yourself with people that are good with girls, which is why a lot of you guys are talking to me and my other friends and whatnot. It's why like a lot of people are moving to Vegas now. It's because they want to be around guys that are winners and killers with girls, which is understandable. You want to be good at this. And it makes you charismatic. Do you know how fun it is to be charismatic? It's a lot of fucking fun. It is so fun to be able to have conversations with random people and make them your friend, to even like play with the vibe a little bit. It's like Play-Doh. It's a game. And it's the funniest thing too. Originally they called it the game, and it sounded kind of like manipulative to me. But ultimately, you know what the funny thing is? If the outcome isn't the women, it's not really manipulative, is it? The ultimate thing is the charismatic. It's like, what can I do with this vibe, this energy? I don't really care to get the girl. What's funny is like Avery's getting on me about this paper tiger thing. I don't want to have sex with these girls anymore. Like I'm just doing it for the fun. I'm turning down a lot of these girls at the end. I'll like get to the point where like I can close them, like and then like and maybe I'll get them maybe they'll want to take me home and whatnot. And then I'm just like and I'll go hang out with like my boy Avery instead, or I'll go hang out with my friend over here, or I'll go hang out with these guys. I'm done with having sex. It's now a game.
Nah, my team made it, and we too hot, do not debate it. Rockin' the hot seat, baby. Vibes make you feel like your oxy faded. Part of me is awfully jaded. Sorry I'm not G-rated. Sorry that I'm partly hated, heart deflated. It's hard when you're trying to be the top 3 greatest.